Alright, and we are back now. Just had to give it a little bit of a refresh. I feel like there's something weird going on with my OBS though. I'm trying to pull it up and it's being a little funky. Hold on. Yeah, I'm just trying to pull up. Oh, there we go. That was strange. All right. All right. I think we've worked out all the technical difficulties. Sorry about that, folks. Little weird there. Don't know what was going on. But my OBS was being a little weird. I don't know if audio for you guys was delayed, but it was like super delayed for me. I wasn't getting any audio, and then it all just started happening. But we're here now, and we're good. And we're gonna get back on the side quest train. So I guess we're gonna go to Wild Area 9. Lumio City is just bursting with Pokemon. Don't you think it's wonderful? After hearing how folks here live in harmony and with Pokemon, I just had to visit and see for myself. And I'm so glad I did. When it comes to getting along with Pokemon, though, I could give the city a run for its money. See my two cuties here? They were a Cleffa and a Baneri when I first became their trainer. We've been traveling together ever since, and thanks to that, they were able to evolve into Clefairy and Lopunny. See, these Pokemon don't even evolve unless they're really friendly with their trainer. Ah, but here's an idea. Why don't we have a battle? That way I can show you just how close I am with my dear Pokemon. I'm not gonna complain about these easy ones that are just battles. Let me know when you're in the mood to battle, alright? How about a battle then? Clefairy and Lopunny are keen to show you just how close we all really are. Let's do it. Great. Let's keep it nice and friendly, shall we? Challenge by Cho the Sightseer. I have some unfortunate news for you. Heat crash. I have some even more unfortunate news for you. Heat crash. Power up punch. Well, that was that. That sure didn't take long. I tell you that. I tell you what. Clearly, you were very good friends with your own Pokemon as well. Dear me, it looks like we lost. You and your Pokemon were really working as a perfect team. You might even be just as friendly with your Pokemon as I am with mine. Oh. Speaking of my Pokemon, two of my cuties must be feeling pretty down after losing to you. But some quality relaxation time here at the cafe should cheer them up in no time. You know that's a great thing to do, right? Spending time at cafes with your Pokemon helps you deepen bonds and become close friends. Interesting. Make sure to try it with your own darling Pokemon, would you? Or won't you? I did not know that. Oh, and that gives us the Soothe Bell. Nice. So, I guess let's go... I don't want Riolu. Yeah, let's put you there. Let's go ahead and give you the Soothe Bell. And then let's find a bench so that it's daytime, because Riolu can only evolve during the daytime. If you guys didn't know. I mean, I could just look for a cafe near a Pokemon Center. Kill some time. Da, 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 da. Then we go to cafe class. I will be having hand chamomile tea. 800. That's expensive. Hand chamomile tea. Do that. I wanna zoom in. Do that. A horrible spot. Look at that. Yeah, let's leave Riolu. Alright. Let's see how many times it actually takes. Sure, I'm ready to leave. Just gonna keep going. It's gotta happen eventually. They said so. Only 3 with the Soothe Bell. That's wild. That is kind of wild. Boxes. Let's go ahead and find the friendship evolution, I guess. I know I have some more. Thought I had some more. Yeah, I could have sworn I had at least one more. I don't know. I mean, hey, I'm not going to complain about not having to do that again. But Riolu wasn't even the Pokemon I had in mind when I was thinking about doing this. Yeah, looks like it was just that. Kind of wild. Could have sworn I had another one. Oh well. I'm not gonna complain. Go ahead and change held item, put in satchel. You can't evolve yet. Oh, it was Baniri. Correction. I do have one more. You have an item to hold. That was the one I was thinking of because the lady had a Lopunny. Well, I'm just gonna keep on keeping on. And we'll see when I get Lopunny. We'll see if it's just another 3. Honestly, the best thing they could have added. Friendship evolutions kind of blow, so having an easy way to fast track them is great. They are always my least favorite thing to do. Especially considering that every single game has Eevee pretty much, so you have to do, nowadays, 3 guaranteed friendship evolutions every single time. Because you have to do Umbreon, Espeon, and now that Pokemon and Me is no longer a thing, you have to do Sylveon. That one took 4. It was a little more, but not crazy. And there's Lopunny. Put away in satchel. Alright. Let's go ahead and... I like that you can take all of your Pokemon out of your party nowadays. I'm not even worried about leaving like this because that's not what I want to do. No, you're like level 37 to evolve. No, I can't evolve you yet. Hold on. Can you evolve just straight in the box? No. It sure would be nice, though. I did evolve and get a Beedrill, right? Where's my Beedrill? Yes, I did. So I'm not going to worry about you yet. Level 20, so it'll take a minute. 14. Still haven't managed to snag a Talonflame. Fletchinder might... No, Fletchinder... I think it's like 34 or something. It's a weird level if I remember correctly. Either that or I'm lying to all of you guys again, and it's just a normal level, and I'm crazy. Which I also wouldn't be surprised about. I don't know if I need... Or if that Numel is ready to evolve. Hippopotas definitely isn't. You definitely aren't. I already have a Krokorok, but he's not ready. Honedge definitely isn't because it's an absurdly late level. Can get you though. Okay, still don't have another Waterstone. Kind of crazy that I don't have another Waterstone. All right. Interesting Clefable sprite. Did I already get a Raichu? I don't know, but if I haven't, I'm going to. Nope. And there is Raichu. Oh yeah, I didn't get a Raichu. That one lady did, and I got Heracross instead. Yep. That's what I thought it was. Alright, where's my Charmeleon? Satchel. Alright, and then you can go ahead and go back into the box for me. Ooh. I mean, I could probably run around with some randos for a minute. Because I need to evolve Ralts. Still need to evolve you. Yeah, and if I'm just doing side stuff, I don't have to have my main team. You're going to evolve soon. Where's my strongest Fletchinder? It's gonna be the alpha, so I'll bring you along. I got a Sharpedo. Don't need Diggersby. Could probably have one of those guys with me, but I'll just bring along... When does Skittle evolve? 32. That's a late level. $35. That's when you get Fletchinder. I knew it was a weird level. Banette is level 37. That's crazy. That's like some Gen 5 levels right there. The wildest part is Banette's not even that good of a Pokemon. And it's that late. That's kind of wild. Yeah, I'll do Scolipede. I'll save you for later. Because I'm pretty sure you're like, what, 32? Meditite. Excuse me. Level 37 again. That's crazy. Honestly, what's crazier is that the Ice Cream Cone evolves at level 35 and then again at 47. And it's not even a pseudo-legendary Pokemon. Numel evolves at 33. It's not like a long time, but it's longer than it should be. Hippopotas is even 34. One is Altaria. 35. That's not crazy. Krokorok is so much later than it should be. Yeah, Krokorok is 40. And a Spinarak. $22. I can do that. I can do that. That's easy. We can do 22. Alright, let's go ahead and... Actually, we can just run there because we're like right here. Hey there. I'm a color contact designer. Maybe you even use some of my designs. The thing is, I've been stuck in a bit of a creative rut recently. I guess you'd call it a slump. I need something to get my creativity flowing. I need inspiration through change. And I think I know exactly what I need to see. Mega Evolution. Mega Evolution is the definition of change. I need to see the power it brings to a Pokemon. In particular, I want to see Mega Camerupt. I bet its powerful explosions will blast me with ideas. And so I have to ask you, do you think you could show me a Mega Camerupt in battle? Alright, change of plans. Skiddo, you're gonna be benched because we need Mega Camerupt, so I'll be back, lady. Just had to choose a Mega Evolution that I didn't have. Wild zones are great, aren't they? I get to spend my days catching Magikarp. Have a look. I was able to catch an extra large Magikarp. It said XL in its summary, so I know for sure it's a big one. It's extra large and extra splashy. You know, I dare say there isn't a single Magikarp out there that's bigger than mine. Why, if you do manage to catch a Magikarp that's bigger than XL, I'd love to see it. Suppose I have heard there's an unusually large Magikarp in Wild Zone too. But that's just a rumor, mind you. I got a bigger one. Oh yeah, I got a bigger one. What's this? That Magikarp of yours. How in the world did it get so huge? It's an alpha? What do you mean it's an alpha? That's cheating. Besides, I'm not accepting defeat just yet. Everybody knows the true sign of a superior Magikarp is how high it can jump. Let's have a jump off. Oh, that's huge. On your mark, get set, go. Do your thing, my XL Magikarp. Such mighty jumping power. I admit defeat. There's no way I can compete with that. An Alpha Magikarp isn't just big. It can jump higher than anything I've ever seen. At least this experience gave me a new goal. I'm gonna catch my own Alpha Magikarp. I'll have a whole army of massive Magikarp. Onward to Wild Zone 2. Good thing it's easy to catch them. Ooh, that's a lot of candies. It's a lot of candies that are all just gonna go straight to Charmeleon. Even if I probably should spread the wealth a little bit. Alright, off to Restaurant Lana. Oh. Guy fought for the battle. Welcome to Restaurant Lana. Our flavors will overwhelm your palate. We are delighted to offer a full 3-course feast of Pokemon battles at our establishment. First taste of this scrumptious skirmish sampler is free of charge. Would you like to try it? Oh. Tell me more. If you partake, you will be asked to claim victory against 3 food-loving trainers in a row without healing your party of Pokemon between battles. I'll try it, sure. Full course of battles, 1 star. Charmeleon should be able to handle this. For the first course, we humbly present Audrey's Pokemon, Bon Appetit. I don't even remember the voice that you gave him before. Oh. Well, that's mighty unfortunate. I wish I gave you some better moves, though. And a Skiddo. Oh, I can't use them at all. Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to rely on Fletchinder a little bit. There's an alpha after all. You're a girl who knows how to enjoy her salad. For the second course, we humbly present Thomas's Pokemon, Bon Appetit. Thomas the Gourmet, or the Gourmet. And Panpour. This might go a little rough. Yeah. Come on. That's unfortunate. Carvana. I mean, I guess super effective. Once again, Bug is super effective. Area is super effective. Oh man. I didn't think they'd be at or around where my highest was. Well, that's kind of unfortunate because I could have done that battle no problem. What a shame you weren't able to polish off every Pokemon battle on your plate. Still, we hope you will come again. I'll just do it again. This time not with an absolute team of scrubs. Just a team slightly filled with scrubs. It's 20 for all of them. Oh, wait a second. I don't even need you. So yeah, I can just go ahead and add this this here Pidgeot for a minute. Also, I can give you actually good moves. Let's give him Protect, and then Flamethrower will go on the bottom. Change moves around. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Give you Psyshock. Actually give you Calm Mind. You should probably have a flying type move. Actually, I'll give you Wing Attack. I don't think Steel Wing would hurt, but I don't think it would help, or like seriously help either. We'll do that, and then... Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, we have the TM for U-turn though. Change moves. I mean, your attack is higher, so I guess I'll give you Headbutt. Wild that Pidgeot can learn Headbutt. And then you two really aren't gonna be... I mean, I guess I did do it for... You did do it for, Ralts, so I might as well. Not a single good TM for you. Oh, your special attack is higher, if even just by a little bit. Focus Energy. Yeah, that's probably fine. I guess we'll give you Rock Tomb as well. And then we'll be good. I ain't reading all that again. And now we have reinforcements. Come on, Charmeleon. Let's get it. Wild. My cat is also on my desk right now because he just wants attention. So I'm a little distracted right now. Yes, buddy. Alright. Gave you attention earlier today, dude. I gotta play the game. Sorry, dude. Don't look at me like that. Alright, well, turns out having Pidgeot is helping a little bit. And then you're gonna be fire types. And Panzer. Exactly what I thought it would be. Honestly, I probably just should have switched to Pidgeot right away. There we go. It's defeated by my insatiable hunger for a battle. Could save her. Magnifique. Here is a show of our appreciation for you fully savoring our all our restaurant has to offer. That wasn't even worth it. We do ask that you pay the usual $3,000 from your next visit on, but we'll hope to see you again. So can I just do that again if I wanted to? I sure can. Didn't even realize I could do that. Okay. Well, that's another one down. We only have 2 left, so we'll go here. And you know what? Curiosity's sake from yesterday. Okay. It still didn't spawn. I don't know what's up with right here specifically, but it really doesn't want me to have another blue Flabébé right there specifically. I got a decent bit of Mega Shards again. Finally built my way back up. Oh. Alright. Now we can go to the check mark. Or the marker, I guess. That's Kid. I should probably get another Pokemon I can actually train up in here. Yeah, I would rather the Shiny Mareep. Alright. Pokemon battles are nuanced. You can't expect to win just by using strong moves all the time. Spreading that message is why I battle. If you really want to become stronger, then let me teach you about barriers, moves that reduce the damage your Pokemon take. Talk to me if you want to battle. I'll show you what barriers can do. Are you ready to face me? I'm ready. My Pokemon uses moves that reduce the incoming damage from opponents' attacks. Some call these moves barriers. Oh, I didn't want you to... Ow. Oh, before he can light screen. Or kill you, I guess. Oh. Oh. That protect was crazy. I didn't even realize that or actually I do remember giving him protect. Oh, there's the light screen. Didn't help much. There we go. Oh, that's honestly ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, if you could have gotten that thing earlier, yeah, that thing would have just cleaned house. You're way stronger than I expected. I don't think you need to teach me, or I don't think you need me to teach you about barriers. Still, a promise is a promise. Let me explain the moves my Pokemon used. I don't need to know more about barriers. I'm good there. Yeah, I'm chilling. Got reflect. And Mareep can evolve. I already have a Flaffy, but I would prefer to just grind up the shiny one. Shiny Flaffy's kind of lame. Just a little more dull with a different colored orb at the end. I don't even know if I remember Shiny Ampharos, so hopefully it looks a little cooler. No, Mega Shards. Okay. That's cool. Oh, I'm right before the Canary fight. Here, let me show the main team real quick. This is how the main team is looking. All 42 and 41 for Pupitar here. I have the first batch of Rogue Megas done. So I have my Emborite and I have Slowburnite. I just don't have the other three yet. I'm just taking my time. I'll get there eventually. But yeah, I got almost 20 hours in, and I feel like I still got a decent bit of ways to go. Oop, wrong one. There we go. Oh, yep, right here. Finish up with this one, and then I'll get back onto it with the main story. I'm not even going the right way. It's because my marker was still at the last spot. That's wonderful. All right. Nothing cool and interesting in there. All right. And Guidance from a yoga master. Information on a request to locate the yoga master. Oh, I have no idea. Clock. Something about the clock striking 12, yada yada yada. That's a Cerebi moment. That's a Cerebi moment. Yeah, I checked those, and there were none of the as far as I'm aware, there were none of the Mega Stones for the Pokemon that I'm using right now. I know I'm gonna have to get them all eventually, anyway, so I plan on doing that. I just wanted to prioritize the ones that I'm using. Yeah, I have Quasartico, and I have the Emporium store. There we go. Ah. Oh. Oh, no, there was an Alpha Litleo. Oh, I have an Alpha Fletchender. It's actually what's in my party right here. I got it from, I don't know if it was from here or a different wild zone, but I got one, I think it was yesterday. Let's see if I catch it. Nope. Okay. Fine by me. Oh, there's multiple. Let's try that one as well. Nope. Okay. I'm not worried. Well, we're back to main story progression though, so back to the main team. All right. You know what? Just to double check, I will go. I have to remember where it is. Right here? Yeah. I'll go in here and check the Mega Stones. I have some Mega Shards that I can spend anyway. Could snag some of these. I have all the Pokemon. I have Lopunny. I have a Pidgeot, so I'm gonna go with that. I have you, so I'll go ahead with that. And then I have all of them, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a... Yeah, I don't think I've bought... I mean, I don't have a crazy amount of money for them right now, but I know that there's Mega Stones in the Stone Emporium. I just don't think there's anything that I, like, need from them right now. When I get money, I'm gonna buy probably the Charizard stones. But there's just not, yeah, because I'm just not using any of these Pokemon. So at least right now for me, there's just not. Yeah, I have the fossils. I got them right here. All right. To win the title of Canary Quizwiz, you need to last all 3 rounds of the contest without getting eliminated. The last fan standing wins. There should be someone handling check-in nearby. Talk to them to enter. Also, you'll need to say the password in order to participate in the contest. If they ask, just say, "Let's go Dynamo." Here, take this earpiece. If you're seen using your Rotom phone, it'll be a dead giveaway. Oh. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. They put some weird old Pokemon characters in weird places, like Grimsley's weird introduction for a little bit in Sun and Moon. I'll be listening the whole time, so make sure you behave yourself around Canary. Honestly, it could be just about anybody. Usually work in construction, but I lend a hand with Dynamo events from time to time. You looking to enter the contest? Then you gotta know the password. Well, go on then. What's the password? Let's go. I hate the sound of that. Dynamo. Let's go Dynamo is your answer, yeah? Bingo. You clearly know the password. You're welcome to pass on through. No, I haven't gotten those yet. I don't know how late in the game they are. It looks like I will probably get the Slowpoke sometime soon, but the Stunfisk is still a little bit of ways away. Just based on the order of the quests. Oh, I can't wait to get another quiz contest win under my belt. But the question remains, what prize do I ask for? She's already signed all my Canary plush. I haven't seen you around before. Are you new to the Dynamo community? Just so you know, the Canary Quiz Whiz contest is very tricky. Even veteran Canatics, that's what we Dynamo members call ourselves, struggle to make it past the first round. Newer casual fans may not fully enjoy the complexity of WhatsApp and gamers. Get ready for chill. God, I hate that. Oh, Canary. Yeah, I'm good. I'm a rest my voice for this one. Unfortunately, I am not too unique with my favorite Pokemon, and it is quite possibly the two most popular Fire-type starters, being Charmander and Litten, and then just their whole lines. But like a more niche one, I would have to say. I really like Azumarill. Azumarill's cool. I like a lot of Gen 2 and a lot of Gen 5 Pokemon. Yeah, I'm like almost entirely sure that it's this one. How would I know that? Oh, there's not a lot over there. There's more over here. So I'll follow those guys. I mean, I see where you're coming from. I play a lot of Yakuza games, so I'm pretty used to a map similar to this, because honestly, it's all just one big city that mostly looks the same. So I kind of like this kind of stuff. But I mean, I do get where you're coming from. Pokemon just kind of doesn't feel right in one big city. I already have a musical up. I'll buy a very special one. I do have to say, as much fun going through Legends Arceus was the first time around for me, I much prefer an actual true open world as opposed to the segmented open world of Legends Arceus, which makes me like this map more than that one, even though I do know that it's like objectively the wrong answer. Yeah, out of the newer Pokemon games, like number 1 and number 2 are both the Legends games. There's no doubt about that. I'm still deciding which one I would put over the other because this one's so new. But like all time, it's Gen 5. It's black and white for me. The Drifloon, it wasn't waiting till Friday to evolve him. But that was Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, and then BDSP, because you could only find Drifloon on Fridays in front of the Valley Windworks. Diamond and Pearl are good games. They're not my favorite. But I kind of have unpopular opinions when it comes to Pokemon regions, because my favorites are Gen 2, Gen 5, and then my least favorites are Gen 3, Gen 4. Well, I won't say least favorites. If I had to rank generations from worst to best, it'd be Gen 8 solidly at the bottom, even though I do like Sword and Shield as games nowadays after all the patches, after all the DLC. I do think they are solid games now. It's still the weakest lineup of Pokemon. It does feel pretty basic. The story's pretty bland. And just overall, it just feels like the most repetitive Pokemon game that we've ever gotten. It just feels like more of the same. Right after that, I would probably put... Oh, that's a tough one. I would probably put Gen 4... Do I want to put Gen 4 at number 8? No, I'd put Gen 6. OG X and Y, played a ton of as a kid. It came out when I was in the 7th grade. But I just didn't particularly have staying power. So Kalos, not my favorite game in the long run. OG Gen 6. Legend ZA, a lot better. Wouldn't you know? Then I would probably put Gen 4, and then I'd probably put Gen 3. So that brings us to my number 5 spot, which I'd probably give to Kanto. So I'd put Gen 1 there. I'd put Gen 2 after that. I'd put Gen 7 after that, and then I'd put Gen 5 after that. Another unpopular opinion. I really liked Sun and Moon. And while I do think the story of the original Sun and Moon is better, neither of the stories are great. But Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon is still to this day, well, I won't say to this day, but still one of the hardest Pokemon games out there. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are genuinely hard games, and they're the only other competition, though. Yeah. My biggest problem with older generations is that they don't make their new Pokemon available, and especially Gen 5, because Pokemon like Gliscor, like Mamoswine, like Magmortar, like Electivire, like Dusclops, or not Dusclops, Dusknoir, they just weren't available throughout the game. And they're such cool Pokemon, but you can't use them during a normal playthrough because they just decided to make it so that you can't get access to any of that stuff until after the postgame. It's the same thing, like you can't get a Crobat in Fire Red and Leaf Green because they just decided you couldn't. You needed the national dex for it. Same thing with Gen 2 locking half of the really cool Gen 2 Pokemon to the post-game, to Mount Silver, not even the post-game, literally the end of the game. Gen 3 doesn't have this issue, Gen 5 doesn't have this issue. Gen 6 also doesn't, but Gen 6 has its own issues. Yeah, I do think Pokemon is at its best when you are running through the region. Like, as much as I like this game, it would be vastly improved if we were going through Kalos. We don't even, like, you can make the story the same. You don't have to just give us another badge quest. But at the very least, give us more space to run around in than just Lumiose City. I like the city. I like the map. I'm having fun with the game. And I personally don't agree with a lot of the complaints. I see why people would have them, but I don't feel like they're issues for me as a player. But, well, I don't mind it. I do also understand and will admit that this map could be improved because Pokemon at its core is about running around, exploring a region, catching all these new Pokemon, and doing it like that. It's what made Legends Arceus so cool because you had all of these big, vast, wild areas that you could explore through, and each and every one of them felt different and unique, had a wide variety of Pokemon, and it just felt brand new, like you were charting through you were running through uncharted territory, which is what made that game feel so special. And I wish they gave this game the same treatment, because I would love to go around Kalos. No, Lumio City doesn't. There, I was talking about Legends Arceus there. I do also wish that Legends Arceus would get a Switch 2 version, because that game, with a higher resolution and higher frame rates, would be so much better. It would just improve an already good game. Oh, I completely passed by where I needed to go. Oh, I really overshot it, huh? I get that. I get where you're coming with, or I get where you're coming from, because I mean I've enjoyed both games a lot. I really like action games, and albeit this is a very dumbed down and still a very first time experience, and you can tell. But I prefer a battling system similar to this, whereas in Legends Arceus, a lot of the battles felt very unfair to the player towards the end of the game because they just kept making them stronger and stronger and stronger while you weren't growing at the same pace. And just in general, the battling in that game didn't really resonate with me as much as just even a normal Pokemon battling system. Everything else in the game is leagues better. And even the noble Pokemon, I enjoyed those fights quite a bit. But the core Pokemon battles just felt lacking to me after a certain point in that game. I still really liked it, but thinking back on it, some of those later battles were very frustrating, where it almost just made me not want to do it. Especially that Volo fight. I remember that getting very upset at that Volo fight. And like, I'm not particularly like I'm no VGC world champion player, but I'd say I'm a little better than the average player when it comes to Pokemon battles, at least in standard Pokemon. But Legends Arceus felt a little unfair at times. If you play Pokemon games the way that I play, where, I mean, you can see I've put almost 20 hours into this game, and I feel like I'm not even halfway through. Oh yeah, no, I like that Alpha Pokemon are back. And yeah, no, admittedly, you didn't do a lot of battling. Which is why I still do really like the game. But when you do have a battle, it's just not that fun. I do like the complexity with Strong Style and Quick Style. I believe those are the two names for them. I do like the strategizing with that. I like the faster turn order, where you do a quick move and you might potentially have a chance to go before the Pokemon. I like that kind of thinking. It's just, it felt way too overtuned unless you had like a single focused team, which I didn't want because I knew the game. Well, it's not even I knew the game. Everyone can see from a glance that Legends Arceus is entirely about collecting Pokemon. So they incentivized that. So it just felt a little frustrating when I was falling behind towards the end of the game when they started to add a lot of battles, because I was doing exactly what the game wanted me to do in the time. Another little gripe I had was actually fighting Arceus. Arceus was just a pain, but also he's literally the final, like, to an RPG, he would be considered the quote-unquote secret boss. So I can't entirely be upset about that, because that fight is supposed to be difficult. I still enjoyed that fight for what it was, especially on my winning attempt, but it was hard and it was frustrating at times. I'm not going to say that the rogue Mega evolved Pokemon in this game aren't frustrating at all. But it just feels like I have a little more agency over the battles, since I'm not just running around throwing bags and hoping that I don't get hit. I'm not saying to make Pokemon like other games, but we've had the same formula for almost 20 years at this point. And it does get a little repetitive. Like, I love all Pokemon games. I even playing Gen 3, Gen 4. I recently played a playthrough of Gen 3 and I loved it. But there's only so long you can play the same exact style of game with a different flavor before you want something a little different, which is why I do like it when they innovate with something like this battle style, even if it's not perfect. I don't know if you know the Yakuza games at all, but it's similar to when you get Yakuza 6. That's was the end of the original protagonist, Kiryu Kazuma's story. The games were originally 3D beat-em-up games, and they then transitioned to being a turn-based game, similar to Pokemon, similar to Final Fantasy, or the older Final Fantasy games. And that was a very polarizing subject in the community. Because, obviously, you have, again, in this situation, almost 20 years worth of games that are all in this single style, and then you decide to entirely change everything. And it's not like they're doing it in a subsection of the series with the Legends games. These are the main numbered games now. Like Yakuza 7, Yakuza 8 are both in this new style. And albeit, again, I like both of those games. I love both of those games. They're great. They're some of the best in the franchise. They are very different. It is not like Kiryu Kazuma's games. Ichiban or Kasuga Ichiban's games are very different. But that's not a bad thing. Being different isn't always bad, in my opinion, because it gives it a little bit of variety. So, like, while I can go and enjoy playing Gen 5 for the 10th, the 15th, the 20th time, it's never going to hit the same as the first time I played it. Pokemon is never going to entirely be the same, and the more you play it, the more you feel this yearning a little bit for something different, at least for me, which is why I like it when we get a game like this, a game like Legends Arceus. And why, after Legends Arceus, when we got Scarlet and Violet, I genuinely was disappointed. Albeit, nowadays, I do like Scarlet and Violet. I've always liked Scarlet and Violet. It had its problems on launch. It had a lot of problems on launch. I do think they're pretty solid games nowadays. It has a pretty solid lineup of Pokemon. Paradox Pokemon are really cool. I've always liked regional forms. So getting really strong regional forms, A-okay in my book. But coming from Legends Arceus, going into Scarlet and Violet just felt disappointing. Because that game was so fun and invigorating, and then we got an open world that just felt like a Pokemon game. Honestly, getting all the Mega Stones during the playthrough is even better than the original X and Y, because it's even worse than the original X and Y because you get 5 Mega Stones maybe 6 Megastones before the post game in X and Y. You get one of the 3 ones of your starters, and then even if you choose Charmander, you get X or Y depending on your version. Yeah, no, like, I understand why they would be later, albeit I do wish you had more access to them, because I mean, I have 2 pseudo-legendaries. I know I'm not getting Tyranitar or Dragonite until later in the game. But, at the very least, as long as I get them before the game ends, I'll get to have fun with them, as opposed to no one was able to use... no one was able to use half of the Megas in X and Y proper when they first came out. I do think Mega Blaziken and the Hoenn starters should have been in the game to begin with. However, we already know that they're coming back in Mega Evolution, in Mega Dimension. However, Mega Hawlucha is a really cool new Mega. I think it's not my favorite, but it's up there. I don't know which one off the top of my head would be my favorite, but it's probably one of the Gen 5 ones. I'd honestly probably just give it to Excadrill, because Excadrill is one of my favorite Pokemon. However, one of the next playthroughs of this game that I'm playing, I am going to be using Hawlucha. I mean, it's a ground type. Not many ground types are really colorful. And I mean, Excadrill he's a mole. He's always been small. He just looks cool. I just like Gen 5 Pokemon. No matter where he is, whether it's Gen 5, Pokerogue even, or this game, he just kind of, he's great. I mean, it's just fitting with what Excadrill is again. I get why I kind of get what you're saying, but I like the design. I'm not the biggest fan of Victreebel personally. There's just something about it that looks a little off. I think it'd be fine if it wasn't Victreebel, but it just doesn't look like... The face does not look like Victreebel. It does suit, 100%. Like, it completely fits the line. There's just something about the face that I don't like. Oh, actually, I do know what my favorite Mega so far that we've gotten is, and it's Skarmory. I think Mega Skarmory looks cool. Yeah, Mega Froslass is cool. I don't have much to say about it. I haven't seen it in game yet. I've only seen a picture on Cerebi. I feel like I'd have a stronger opinion if I actually saw it in game, but I just haven't yet. Phalanx is cool. I really like how it's like a Tokusentai mech. Power Rangers mech. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Mega Dragon. I get what they were going for with incorporating Dragonair aspects with Dragon Knight. I just don't like it personally. And yeah, it is a little disappointing that female Mega Pyroar just looks the same. Mega Meowstic was also leaked for Mega Dimension, so I'm cautiously optimistic that they won't do the same thing there, because there's a little bigger of a gender difference, since it's like the entire Pokemon changes based on the gender. You get the two different designs, the two different stat spreads, the two different moves, or the two different movesets. So hopefully they don't do that with Mega Meowstic, but they probably will. Oh man, this is where I can do that. Finally. Huh. Could have done that so long ago. Yes, I would like catching plushes. Yeah, no, I love regular Scrafty, and just making a funnier looking Scrafty is a-okay for me. Oh yeah, totally. I want that. Prize money from battles. I'll do that. I'll do that. I'm not the biggest fan of Mega Starmie. It's interesting. We'll put it that way. I mean, it's literally just a tall Starmie. It's interesting. I'm not gonna say it's a bad design, because that'd be saying Starmie's a bad design, and Starmie's not a bad design. But it's like they just put him in Photoshop and gave him really long legs. Barbarackle's cool. He's... I wish he kind of looked a little more similar to how regular Barbarackle looks, but... he's cool. I don't got any complaints with him. Okay. I don't want to battle this guy, I just want to go on with my promotion match. Tarragon with Team Dynamo. Mega Malamar's not bad. It's not exactly what I would have expected for a Mega Malamar, but I can't say it doesn't fit. It does. Just a little strange. I finally get to see this guy in game. Okay, I do see what you mean about the drills being a little big, but I still kind of mess with it. I just like Excadrill. I mean, Slowbro is the... Slowpoke has a branch evolution, so it's not it's not Slowpoke, Slowbro, Slowking. It's Slowpoke into Slowbro or Slowking. So they just chose one of the two evolutions that he has. Floette instead of Florges is a little weird. but considering that it's specifically AZ's Floette, it makes sense. It's weird, I'll give you that, but it does make sense for that specific Pokemon, which is the only Pokemon I would give it to. Yeah, no, it's a branch evolution. So Slowpoke and Slowbro were in Generation 1. In Generation 2, they added a lot of branch evolutions. So they added Oddish into Gloom, and then Gloom can go into either Vileplume or Blossom. And then they also added Slowking, so you could get either Slowbro or Slowking. They also added Politoed, so Poliwhirl could evolve into Poliwrath or Politoed. And then they just added the King's Rock for Politoed and Slowking, and then it was the Sunstone evolution for Blossom. I mean, Mega Evolutions are kind of like Fourth Evolution. I don't know if they're ever going to truly give us another stage of Pokemon. Because, like, how can you iterate again on Charizard? How could you iterate again on Lucario? Well, Lucario is a second stage, but I think you get what I mean. Mega Deoxys would be cool. Arceus is fine. I don't have any, like, strong opinions about Arceus. That would be ridiculous. Honestly, I think eventually I hope they keep Mega Evolution around, because out of all of the generational gimmicks, it is my favorite. So the Legends games just haven't had abilities, and I don't know why. I wish they did, because it does make the game more fun. But just none of the Legends games have ever had abilities. Legends Arceus didn't have them. This game doesn't have them. I'm gonna be real. I don't know if Xerneas needs that. Xerneas is already strong. If they did that, that would just single-handedly be the best Pokemon ever, and there's no beating it. And Xerneas is already crazy strong. Yeah, but I don't know if they're ever gonna give Zygarde his Mega again. That's the thing. Because I mean, think about it this way. We've never gotten Eternamax Eternatus. Like, we've never been able to use that. Yeah, they did that because they decided that Zygarde, being the Rayquaza of this trio, should be strong against Xerneas. Which makes sense, because it didn't make sense that it was a dragon type to a fairy type before. Oh yeah, it did. Yeah, I don't know. It's a little bit of an odd coincidence there, I guess. Mega Electros, kind of funky looking. There we are. Ranky. Well, at least she's got the real gamer rage right there. Volt switch. Autograph plush. Oh. Yeah, X and Y Raichu aren't in the game yet. They're gonna be there for Mega Dimension. Made it to E rank. That's awesome. Can't believe Kanari made you do all that for a promotion match. Kind of a pain, huh? Please don't call Kanari a pain, Lita. It seems you don't fully comprehend how hard it is to be famous. Do show some empathy. Yeah, we get it. You're on the streamer girl side. I'm on Kanari's side. Yes, she has a name. Once you become a famous dancer, I'm sure you'll come to understand. Hold up. Are you being supportive? So tell me, what was Kanari like off stream? What? She gave you a present for me? Thank you. I'll treasure this always. Oh my gosh. And now sincere thanks? Seriously, who are you and what have you done with Naveen? Let's just eat already. Even the scent of your croissant curry is pleasing tonight, Urbane. You finally came around to it, huh? Want to try a bite? Absolutely not. Yeah, if you look up the leaks, there's a ton of leaks about the new Megas coming out. So if you want to see them, it's not hard to find them. I'm not gonna mention too much on here about them, just in case some people want to stay spoiler free. But I have seen them. We don't have any designs for the Megas themselves. We just know what they're gonna be. Morning. Hope today is a quiet one. There's been way too much going on in Lumiose lately. Hey. Morning. Wait, where's Naveen? I'm here. Good morning, everyone. Wow, someone's full of energy. Were you up late sewing or something? I was watching Kanari's live stream. It was wonderful listening to her heap praise on her Mega Electros. She clearly loves it a lot. All in all, it sounded like she had a fun battle. No, X and Y Raichu aren't fake. Those were in an official Nintendo Direct. Well, that Electros was no match for our Eriko. She's the one who should be getting praise heaped on her. Taking on Rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon must have helped her grow even stronger as a trainer, huh? Beating Cannoli is no small feat. For the last time, her name is Kanari. But her Mega Electros truly is formidable. Perhaps she could use it to help us take on Rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon. Question. How come nothing seems that effective against Rogue Pokemon besides other Mega Evolved Pokemon or Plus moves? I'm afraid I have no satisfying answer for you. It may have something to do with Mega Power, which we know very little about other than the role it plays in Rogue Mega Evolution. Also on the, actually, we can just pull up the store real quick. I can just do that. Right there. Those are legitimately going to be our Raichu X and Raichu Y. Man, I don't like that. I'm not sure. I haven't really found anything game breaking. I think it's really just going to be finding the strongest Pokemon to beat the game with and then going from there. I know not Lucario. I just said that because I just read it in your message, but I know Hawlucha is actually like scarily good for most of the game. So honestly, I think Hawlucha might end up being one of the best Pokemon. But I don't know, it's tough to say because there's so much different about this game than like a Scarlet, where I can go in here and I could just go find the strongest. I can just go find the strongest Pokemon available to me at that time, and then go from there. Or like a Black and White, where speedrunning that game, you get Tepig, and then you catch a Lillipup, and then you use Lillipup. Yeah, priority moves are good. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna find anything game breaking like that, and even if we do, priority moves have a point to them. They're not strong, however, they move very fast. So if you're looking for a quick KO or like a quick finish, that's when they're good. But no, I don't think we're ever gonna find like an exploit for cooldown. And if we do, Nintendo, or not Nintendo, but Game Freak's just gonna patch it. Well, yeah, I know no Pokemon has abilities. Just because they don't have abilities doesn't mean that the priority moves aren't good. While they would be better with Technician, especially on Scizor, they still have a point. They're just not as good as they could have been. Like even Amora isn't nearly as good as it is in the main line because it doesn't have Refrigerate anymore. So all of its really strong normal type moves that it could use and turn those into ice type moves, it doesn't have anymore. Got to use all the regular ice type moves. I forgot to read that. Never mind. Sorry, my bad for asking. Oh, it's Vinny. A job this early in the morning? Hope you don't expect us to be ready to go 24/7. Let me guess. You need us to take care of some more Rogue Mega Evolved Pokemon? Understood. Just send us the deets, please. Sure you all heard the deal. Lita, mind leading us in a strategy meeting? Oh, must be so early in the morning. Come on, Naveen. At least try to muster some enthusiasm here. Remember, like Urbane always says, we've got to help out these Pokemon. I know. I'm well aware Rogue Mega Evolution is no picnic for the poor Pokemon. Alright, strategy room time. Alright. I think this is where I'm going to call it for the day. Hope you guys had fun. It was nice chatting with you. Nice to see you in here again, Murata Beats. But yeah. Hope you had a fun time. If I do speedrun brief. I mean, yeah, if you're just looking to beat the game the fastest, yeah, but that's not gonna count for a... Like, if you're going for a leaderboard run, that's not gonna count. Just because you can't do cheats. But if you're just looking to beat the game the fastest way you can, yeah, I'm pretty sure Mega Zygarde would just be the best way to do it. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, hope you guys had fun. And I'm gonna peace out of here. See you later. Peace.